Well, the FAA is investigating a close call in the skies after a passenger jet nearly collided with a B-52 bomber. One passenger recorded the pilot's calm voice during this emergency last week.
Long story short, it was not fun, but I do apologize for it, and thank you for understanding. It was not a fun day at work. Have a nice evening.
Well, that SkyWest flight was headed towards Vano International Airport. This was in North Dakota when it had a near miss with a bomber from the nearby Air Force Base. The pilot told the passengers he made what he called an aggressive maneuver to avoid colliding with that bomber, and then the flight landed safely. In the capital city of Bangladesh, at least 19 people were killed and more than 100 injured after a military training jet crashed into a school. The Bangladesh Air Force plane hit that school while the students were in class. One hospital says it's received more than 60 students, ages 12 to 16. The Bangladeshi military says an investigation is underway to determine the cause of that crash. And in the Mideast, aid groups are sounding the alarm over the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. On Sunday, nearly 70 Palestinians were killed as they waited to receive aid at a food distribution site. As Fox's Scott Gernal reports, world leaders are now speaking out about the conditions on the ground.
As fears of hunger in Gaza grow, countries are calling for an end to the war. In a joint statement Monday, 25 nations, including Britain and France, described recent deaths in the territory as, quote, horrifying.
The situation on the ground in Gaza is intolerable on so many levels.
According to the Gaza Health Ministry, at least 67 Palestinians were killed in the northern strip on Sunday as they attempted to access food from United Nations aid trucks.
We were waiting for flour because of hunger. We wanted to eat and drink. Suddenly the tanks came out surrounding us. They started shooting at us and we were unable to move.
The Israeli military says troops fired warning shots toward the crowd to remove a, quote, immediate threat, and said it, quote, certainly does not intentionally target humanitarian aid trucks. Humanitarian workers are warning that hundreds of people in Gaza could die from a scarcity of food. The World Food Program says nearly 1 in 3 people there are not eating for days at a time.
The situation here is absolutely dire. The situation in Gaza has never been this bad. They are desperately hungry.
Another growing concern among aid groups is Israel issuing new evacuation orders for parts of central Gaza, an area where ground troops rarely operate and many international organizations are located.
There's 2 million people in Gaza on the brink of famine. We need the humanitarian community to be allowed to do our jobs.
Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Still ahead, the man accused